nobody in y'all shows maintaining relationships. We have this other show where people are having relationships, getting married, and having babies. Friends.
I was gonna say Friends.
Yeah, and they're like, "Can y'all do something more like that?" And Seinfeld was like, "Okay, well." And this is the show they gave them. It was like them was like two friends trying to hook up, and it just not working out. So,
like this is our style. So.
Yeah. Not to demean the Friends, but the Seinfeld was a little more my speed. It made more sense to me, honestly.
My mom likes Seinfeld, but I never really got into it.
But I'm a junkie, but that's not it's not a Seinfeld podcast. Next week, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'll go to the. Did you want to? So you asked the people. Did you get any responses from?
I did. I asked. I got a few, not as many as I would have liked, but enough to work with.
I get you. Go. Yeah, and I have a separate agenda, but.
I wanted
what
to
people say.
know what people do when they're preparing for their first night with a new partner. Like, what do you... wait, I'm looking for it so I can actually read my question. Okay, here it is. Sorry.
You good.
Oh, I can't even see the question. It was basically just, what do...
That's basically what you just said.
Right, yeah. Like, what do you pack or what do you pack or do to prepare for your first overnight with a new partner?
I was interested in this just because I don't ever prepare. I don't assume that I'm spending the night.
Okay.
That's just because I've just in my navigating, I've just like I've realized if I expect to spend the night or I expect sex, I usually don't get it.
True.
But
it depends. I either overpack or underpack.
Get to the people. What do you do? What do the people do?
Someone said pretty panties.
Pretty panties. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Toothbrush and toothpaste. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Responsible.
That's what's up.
Lube. Efficient.
That's cool.
Condoms.
All right, finally.
Someone said they don't stay.
We'll get in that. That's a whole different bag of hammers. I love that though.
And the last one, my favorite weed in backwoods.
Oh, that's a keeper right there. That's a male or female? That's a dude.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Thought possibly, yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
For me, like, I don't know. Well, let's see. First overnight. Yeah, I've had times where it was like, oh, I want to seem aloof, so nothing. And then there's other times where it's like, okay, if we planned like a hotel night or something, then like, yeah, I'm going to have like toothbrush, touch up my makeup probably. Nice something to wear. I won't go too deep.
Oh, that's what's up. Respect that. Open it up.
Right. If it's just going to be like a bar night where I'm like, oh, God, I hope we like end up like that. I'm just going to have, I don't know. Yeah, nothing. My purse, I guess.
Yeah, I don't prepare that much because I just assume it's not going to happen. Even when all the signs are there. Do I do anything to try to make it happen?
Well, no, to like prepare for it. Like, you know it's coming. So like
I really don't know. And this is like
you don't like shave anything?
Oh. Well. I mean, yeah, that's okay, you know what? Last week maybe I prepare a little bit. I prepare enough to the point it's the point where it's a surprise.
Okay.
That's how much I do. I don't know, because last time I think something like this happened, I think this wasn't a casual thing. This was like we went on a couple dates and then we were gonna go out again, and then at the time it was like around the first of the month, and she was like, "Yo, like even though I was prepared to pay for everything, she was like, yo, like I just paid all my bills and da-da-da-da-da. I'm kind of broke. Do you just want to come over and, like, watch a movie?
Okay.
And I was like, all right, whatever. I brought a 6-pack of beer. I think a bottle of wine. And I showed up, and there's salmon cooking.
Ooh.
Brussels sprouts.
Oh, she's ready.
Potatoes. Oh, my God. She's had all this stuff ready. I was like,
that actually sounds really good right
It was
now.
very nice. It was very. I'd never been that pampered in my life. There's some candles lit.
Oh my God.
She was prepared. I was some douche in like a leather jacket and a 6-pack, but like, ooh. But once again, I don't like to assume it's going that route, because if I do, like, it's dead. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
It's like that part at the end of the Ghostbusters where Zool tells them, like, think of one thing and that's gonna be the thing that you're gonna have to battle, and everybody's like, clear your mind, don't do it, because the worst thing that you think is gonna kill the whole night.
Right.
And then somebody does it. I don't know if you remember the Ghostbusters, but that's what happened.
What would you? I don't know. What would be the first thing? Sorry, my 80. I'm gonna like.
You're good,
right.
But yeah, we went
zone off into another conversation.
We did the thing. She prepared. She knew. She knew before I even got there. Like, I'm a fuck him. I knew.
Was she the one who bought the condoms?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did bring a condom, but I don't know. That's just in a certain pocket in my jacket.
Is that odd for you? Like, if the woman has them, if you're like, because like normally I feel like it's the girl who asks the guy, like, do you have a condom? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's in my wallet, like a guy. It is.
I gotta say, like, there's like I guess there's a there's a presentation wise. I think there's a different thing, because I definitely like have gone over to a girl's house where she had it was like a jar, like a candy jar full of condoms. I'm like, why?
I think I almost thought Monica and Rachel on Friends had a similar situation, but no, they kept theirs in their bathroom. I remember.
Okay, I mean, whatever. It's like I was there, and in the end means you're doing you're user protection, and that you give a shit about your health and somebody else's, so that's good. But yeah, I ended up spending the night at the girl's house. Well, we ended up having sex, and then not gonna lie,
Yay.
I wanted to leave.
Why?
Because I know I'm not the only one out there like this. At the time, like, I hadn't spent the night out at somebody's house in like a year. And
no, I relate. I don't like staying.
I don't like staying. And she got kind of upset because you really want to leave, and because I guess you don't want to feel like a hoe. So I was like, okay, I'll stay.
It's hard on both sides. I get both sides.
Yeah, no, there's that, like, what's the rule? And honestly, like that. The phrase sleeping together, I hate it so much, because sex and sleep are just not the same thing.
At all.
They're not. I just wanted to go to my bed, to my quarters. And and for sure, and when I sleep, I toss, I turn, I got bad indigestion, waking up in the middle of the night, just like doing weird shit. I need that freedom. I need that independence.
No, I get it. So for me, the compromise is I leave very early.
Oh, okay. Well, I was at her house, and
leave at like 6 a.m.
I got out of there like 7, but there are cats crawling over me. This girl is snoring in my face. She was like, and I had a great girl, but I hate spending the night. I hate spending the night places, and it's hard to tell people that because they feel like, I guess, a little bit less than.
No, I mean, some would understand. Like, I would understand, because I'm the same way. Sometimes it's just really hard to get to sleep in like a new place. It
is. I mean, it's hard to get back, because there was a time where I was sleeping with somebody all the time, to the point where I was used to it.
Right.
I didn't have any problem with somebody. It was this person being next to me while I was sleeping. I had no trouble. Now I can't get sleep next to somebody. I need to have the freedom to get up whenever and not tiptoe around somebody and everything. My bed isn't. You can only get off on one side. You can't even get off on both sides. Like, it's made for a single person.
That's how I'm at. Like, now I'm like, I'm just so stuck in my own like pattern, ways, rhythm, routine, all that good stuff. Don't interrupt me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and here's the thing too. Like, I honestly, you know what waived my judgment?
What?
The salmon. I was like, she made you salmon, bro.
How did she cook the Brussels sprouts? Were they roasted?
Yeah, it was all I think mostly oven.
God, she might have been a keeper, Gabe.
She was pretty cool. She's pretty cool.
Might have fucked that up for everybody. We could have came over for that dinner, that housewarming.
Nobody was allowed over but me. Let's get that out of the way. But the sleeping thing, brutal. And like, yeah, she had multiple cats. They walked all over you. 3.
That's a lot of cats.
And they walked all over you while you're sleeping. And she is like unfazed. She's and she's just and I'm just there staring at a ceiling. You know, I didn't I didn't bring my phone charger because once again I didn't prepare that much to spend the night. I did prepare to have sex. You know, brought a condom, shaved some pubes, but toothbrush is at home.
With the charger.
With the charger. God. My phone ran out of battery, and it was a whole thing.
Do you need the charger now?
Do I have a charger now?
Do you need it?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm like on 15.
So you also asked some questions.
So I wanted to ask the people, do's and don'ts, pros and cons. When has casual sex gone good and when has casual sex gone bad? And everybody has some great, weird answers. There's some that were really straightforward, and there's some that are very detailed.
I'm excited.
So, yeah. So, I mean, there's like your obvious... this one girl sent something to me, and she said, casual sex equals you guys are on the same level sober or drunk-wise. No weird things being said during sex unless both of you are saying it. No floppy, soft dicks. No one comes too quick. It's a very... it's quite a track list.
Right, I was going to say, she has guidelines.
she's got
like, I don't... No gray areas.
That's like, wow, you expect this all to come from a stranger? God damn it. Jeez Louise. So, like, and I asked her, like, so when... All right, so that's the ideal situation. What's a bad version of that? She was, well, I got chlamydia one time.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's a bad time.
That's a bad version. yeah, she's like, yeah, I got to clear it up and everything, and yeah, all that stuff. And she said, also, this one time was horrible. It was like, what happened? She was like, well, this guy I was having sex with, I don't know. Like, he kind of killed my mood because he did this. He had a tone of voice he would do while he was fucking. He'd go very high pitched, and he kept on saying, yeah, like over and over.
Oh my god! Sorry, I just laughed so loud. But
That's
like,
fine.
Wait, what?
He'd be like, yeah. I'm telling you, this is what she said to me at happy hour the other day. Okay, this is happy hour talk we're doing on the pod. But that's how she described it to me. She's like, oh my god, it killed my whole vibe. I had to get the hell out of there. So that's one way to handle it. You like that? Oh man, I talked about it with my my trans friend.
Ooh.
And what things were like, and there was like, you know, because different stages. Because there was a time when she was a man having sex with people, not just one sex, and then now as a woman is a little bit, you know, it's different. So like, and she's just not. She's like, I'm not that into casual sex. Is polyamorous, not that into casual sex, and for a handful of different reasons. I guess like through the dating apps. She said it was very weird. Not weird, but she's like, I'd rather get to know somebody and decide if I want to have sex with them instead of like two people and it's been predetermined, like the reason we're meeting up to have sex. She's like, I did that a couple times, kind of weird.
Yeah.
And the person I did that with saw me in public one time later on. It was being a creep, and I was like, oh wow, jeez. So a good version of that was like, yeah, she was like, I was in a foursome and everybody was pretty casual about it. I was like, we had some group sex. I was like, and everybody there was no feelings. Everybody was just there for.
I just recently found out that orgies are more popular than I thought.
You think so? I mean, I don't get invited to any, so.
Me either, but I've like crossed paths with people who've like in casual like conversation just kind of been like, yeah, you know, I was in an orgy or back when I had that orgy that one time. And I'm just like, oh.
Wow.
It's not just Pornhub stuff.
Seriously. I mean, yeah, there's some. No, they really do that. Pornhub's a goddamn inspiration. But I always, it's almost like to me, like, I don't know. And when I'm in a vulnerable place like that, I don't want to see somebody that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like my first time I went to the strip club, and I didn't want anybody to know I was there. And when I got to the bouncer, 'cause I was like looking around, I was nervous. I was fucking 20 years old and an idiot, and it's like